Hey singers, it's vocal coach Jaime Vendera from Dr. Folks, and today I want to talk to you about technique because so many singers are confused about technique. And as a vocal coach, I actually function more as a vocal strength training specialist because many singers run into issues such as losing range, not having the stamina to sing night after night, and we have to fix those issues. And for me, it begins with 3 points of technique: breathing, support, and placement. So in this video, I want to explain each one of those to you and demonstrate how to use them. All right, singers, step number 1 is breathing, and we're going to find out really quick if you're an excellent breather or you're a bad breather. And if you're a bad breather, we're going to fix it. So really quickly, take a big, deep inhale for me. Inhale. Come on, do it. There you go. Now exhale. Now one more time. Inhale. Now exhale. Hey, congratulations. I watched some of you through this lens and I've seen that you did it completely wrong. You probably lifted your shoulders. If you're unsure, go stand in front of a mirror and breathe again. And as you inhale, watch your body. If your shoulders raise, you're doing what's called chest breathing. You're raising the shoulders, you're creating tension in the neck, and you're not allowing these lungs to fully fill. If you want to breathe correctly, it's got to be like one of those weight loss commercials. It's like, here I am before, here I am after. Here I am before, here I am after. Now I know that's kind of silly, but that's how it works. You have this muscle right at your rib cage called the diaphragm. And when it expands downwards, it creates a vacuum that fills the lungs with our fuel, which is air. And that dropping of the diaphragm is what makes the stomach, the sides, and the ribs expand out, and your back muscles. Now a lot of you have heard, you got to sing from the diaphragm. Well, it's kind of a myth. You do sing with the diaphragm, but it is the inhalation muscle. What supports the voice is our next step, which is support. And if you're ready, let's move on to support. All right, step 2 is support. Breathing, support, placement. Step 2, support, support, support. If you don't have this, you're not going to have a powerful voice. You're not going to have stamina. You're not going to have range. Now that we've filled our fuel tanks, our lungs, because we've expanded the diaphragm and that belly popped out, the ribs popped out, the back popped out, now we must control the air release. And the best way to do that is to trick that diaphragm into staying down. And how do you do that? You do that by bearing straight down like you're trying to pass gas, like you're trying to go to the bathroom. Listen, I've had artists in here in my studio, and we'd be doing these techniques, and I'd hear them pass gas. I didn't make fun of them. I'm not going to make fun of you when we're practicing this. So let's learn this together. So all I need you to do is hold your finger up in front of your face and pretend it's a candle, and I want you to blow it out. So take that big belly breath, don't raise those shoulders, and go repeatedly. And every time you do, push straight down like you're trying to pass gas. Now put your hand on your belly and do it again. Can you feel those stomach muscles tighten up? They grip. That's part of the support mechanism. By bearing down, we're not necessarily trying to engage the abdominal muscles. They just engage by that action. And when we do that, the diaphragm wants to stay down too. So all of a sudden, we're not releasing a lot of breath. Why is that so cool? Why does that matter to you? Because when you use tons of breath, you're going to dry out your vocal cords. You're going to irritate them. By bearing down, by supporting the voice, we save that from happening. So again, breathing, breathe low. Support is bearing down. And one last tip, I think of it like a gas pedal, honestly. So if I'm singing something low, I'm just barely pressing down on the gas pedal. But if I need to sing higher or go faster in the car, I push down harder on that gas pedal. It's not causing me any strain. It's not causing me to use more breath, but it's helping me to keep that breath streamlined and balanced. So let's move on to placements. All right, so we've covered breathing and support, and that leaves us with placement. What is placement? It is feeling the energy of your voice in the roof of your mouth. Now, some of you who have studied voice might have heard singing to the mask. Hey, where you feel a vibration in the face. I don't focus there. I focus straight up into the roof of my mouth where I yawn, and if I do that properly, all this buzzes too. So do me a favor and just yawn for me. Feel how the roof of the mouth raises up like a dome? That's where you want to feel the energy of your voice. Every single word, every single vowel should be buzzing in the roof of the mouth. And it can move front or back. That's irrelevant as long as we feel it in the roof of the mouth. So when you put these three together, when you breathe out and you bear down for support and you focus up and allow that vibration to buzz in the roof of your mouth, you are eliminating most of the vocal strain that you've probably been experiencing. Sometimes you're singing and you're going for a high note and it gets really tight in here because you're grunting. You're not placing the voice. And we don't force that placement. It will happen when you breathe and support correctly. It'll float up there like it's a lottery ball floating right up out of the tube when you're watching the nighttime lottery show and you see that number come up and you know you're going to win that $1 million. You want to win $1 million with your voice? Learn breathing, learn support, learn placement. So there you have it. It's actually that simple. Breathing, support, and placement. Well, I say it's that simple, but it could take you a little bit to figure out, but I promise you, if you practice and stay conscious of your technique, breathing, support, and placement, every time you do your vocal exercises, every time you use your Dr. Vokes, every time you sing, every time you speak throughout the day because you are your instrument, I promise you this technique will become a way of life for you.